Spider-Man is swinging around town one night when he spots a police car down below as they are trying to catch some criminals on the run. So Spider-Man takes one down before taking down another as well. But it's just then that he spots the last one about to get away, so he corners the last person named Kyle, which is when he tells Spider-Man that he was asked to do this and won't ever do it again. When the police officer arrives, Spider-Man tells him that the last one got away and has no idea where he went, but actually covered for him as he webbed him up onto the roof. Some day later, Kyle's mom tells Kyle that dinner is ready, but when he doesn't respond, she goes to check up on him, only to see that Spider-Man is helping him with homework, thinking to herself that Spider-Man is a great hero. After more days go by, Spider-Man tries to visit Kyle again and knocks on his window, but he gets no response. So he decides he's going to knock on the front this time, but instead of meeting Kyle, he finds Kyle's mom, who bursts into tears and hugs him, with him realizing that Kyle was killed. The thugs that Kyle had previously worked with that also killed him are on the run from yet another burglary, when they get surprised by Spider-Man, who ends up taking them down and turning them into the police, before swinging away to a roof to break down crying. Later on, a college student named Colin is walking home from school when Spider-Man confronts him, telling him that he's heard he's making a documentary about him. Spider-Man then asks him why he chose him to make a documentary about, which Colin explains that when he was on his way to his first date when he was 15, he saw him and Dr. Octopus fighting each other when Doc Ock accidentally knocked a trash can on him, which made him become dirty. But once Dr. Octopus was taken down, he walked over to him and reached into his backpack and gave him some new clothes, concluding by telling Spider-Man that it was just then that he remembered that he is a human too and is a real person just like him, and then wonders how he even knew he was making a documentary about him. However, while Colin was interviewing people on what they think about Spider-Man, many of them thought he was a decent guy, some thought he was a terrible person, but one person said that he was the best superhero, turning out to be Kyle's mom. She explains in the documentary that when Spider-Man found out her son was paid $50 to be a lookout for two guys while they robbed a place, Spider-Man returned him home without consequences. She then goes on to say that Kyle changed when he met Spider-Man because beforehand he was an angry kid as he had an absent father, but after he met Spider-Man he became more kind and polite. However, it was short-lived, as she explains that the two thugs killed him as they thought he called the cops. When she was finished doing the interview, she tells Spider-Man about the person making a documentary about him, so Peter decides to go on the documentary himself, explaining that he thinks Spider-Man is mostly good as he tries to do the best he can, but he's also human, which of course leads to mistakes, and knows that he can't save everyone, but knows that Spider-Man will never stop trying to.